We will see. God, please just hire voice actors again. Like, actual voice actors. No more celebrity voice actors. Please just hire people who know what they're doing. What is this sentence structure? No more celebrity voice actors, please. Just hire people who know what they're doing. Or voice acting industry will cannibalize itself more than it already is. Let Jack Black do whatever he wants, though. I mean, sure, but Bowser, though? You're saying this as if Jack Black as Bowser isn't the only thing that will be able to save this movie. Chris Pratt Mario. Charlie Luigi. There is so much potential for this Mario film. It's either going to be amazing or it's going to be absolutely horrendous. There is no in between. Charlie Day and Jack Black. Ooh, you've got a lot of weight on your shoulders to carry this film. Hello and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Zen, and today we're taking another delve into r/Tumblr, that website where there was a mass exodus over to Twitter, and now we kind of want them all to go back. Let's just jump in, shall we? Is it too much to ask for everyone's favorite recipe? Swedish recipes, no spice, ever. Okay, maybe some cinnamon for the cinnamon rolls, but then no spice. Just butter. Take all butter you own, mix it with some flour and milk, done. Norwegian recipes. Spices do not exist, there is only salt. You either boil it or fry it in butter, potatoes and carrots with everything. Actually, I kind of vibe with that one. Finnish recipes. This food still has color, boil it more. Maybe soak it in lye. While you wait for the life to bleach out of it, to stand outside and enjoy today's 2 minutes of daylight. If you complain about the cold, no one will ever eat your cooking again. Also, regarding dessert, everyone likes lard and sugar. Just spread it on some bread. And everyone's bashing on British cuisine. I can't even say cuisine. Although reading these 3 posts together reads almost like a meal plan for a day. Start with the Finnish. Oh, you just like some sugar and some lard, just spread on some bread. There's your breakfast. What's for lunch? I don't know, just boil something in butter, potatoes and carrots, go with it. There we go. What do you want for pudding? Cinnamon rolls. Actually, no, that sounds really good. If you're wondering where dinner is, it was part of lunch, because that's a hefty meal. This miner brings tribute to the Redditors. I can't imagine going to r/Tumblr. Why don't you just go on Tumblr? Actually, now I realize it's for people who just want to see the funny posts and don't want to actually have to make an account on a new SOCMED site and find the right people to follow. Every social media farms Tumblr. It's just working the minds. Yeah. Hi. Hello, we're participating in this right now. Moving on. They're calling me out. My favorite trope is the thing Star Trek does, where when a character lists something, that they'll list real things/people, but add one that's fictional. Like great writers such as Shakespeare, Robert Frost, Edgar Allan Poe, and Zaxxar the Giant Rat Man. I don't know anything about Star Trek, and this trope is absolutely hilarious, but I'm also a big fan of the opposite of this trope, where the character is listing things that aren't real, but they'll add one thing that's real at the end. Dude, I can't do a Titan impersonation. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England. I mean, I've never seen the Queen, have you? We've only seen photos and videos. Maybe they're deepfakes. What are all the corgis for, royal family? What are the corgis for? Men's products. But they're not the exact same product. Men and women are biologically different. If a woman were to... If a woman were to, for example, use a razor marketed towards men, she would skin herself alive because women's skin works differently than men's skin. Men's shampoo turns women to stone. Men's sunscreen catapults women into the sun. I tried a woman's body wash once, and I died immediately. Oh, wow. Okay. Did you use the shampoo and it revived you? What? How are you still writing? Also, men's shampoo turns women to stone? I think we found half the reason for Dr. Stone's plotline. We're making progress. Violent soundtracks. I know people complain about the heavy violence set to an upbeat tune trope being overdone in media, but my guy, I eat that poop up! The utter joy that I experienced watching the iconic coffee shop scene, 5 taking out all those men set to Istanbul, not Constantinople, was stellar. I also enjoy the violent action scene pauses while the protagonist escapes into an elevator and have to wait awkwardly to elevator music for a bit before the doors open and the violent/action music immediately resumes trope. Look, if you've got a scene which is all high energy, high action, you know, all this kind of stuff, if it keeps going on for too long, you start to get used to it and you start to lose attention and interest and all that stuff. That's why you've got to punctuate the energy and rhythm of the scene. That way, it grabs your attention. Just like in YouTube videos where they just keep zooming in and out the camera in fast edits. It's just to keep the attention, regardless of if anything interesting is happening. Drop your best friend stories, I want to read them. In elementary school, I hit this kid because he said I can't punch, and I broke his nose, and then my stepdad picked me up and the office was like, you have to say sorry. But then the kid was like, but she proved me wrong. She doesn't have to say sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, my best friend of many, many years. This is violently beautiful. When somebody puts a gauntlet down in front of you, you must pick it up and prove to them that you are up to the challenge. Wholesome haunted house shenanigans. My favorite haunted house experience was when a werewolf, after growling in our faces and effectively freaking out my siblings, stepped on my shoe and he said in the softest voice imaginable, oh, sorry. In close second is the time there were strings hanging from the ceiling and my glasses got caught, and this guy who's dressed up as a creepy Victorian zombie or whatever stood there as I tried to untangle them while they were still on my face, but it kept getting worse until he walked up to me, very carefully removed my glasses, untangled them, and handed them back to me, and then grunted like a zombie as I thanked him and moved on. Punctuation is a thing, people! Oh my god! This was in the same night, by the way. A full stop would not have hurt. You could have added so many things in there. Oh, I have lost interest. I am moving on. God damn it, Apollo. I'm calling it now. The Mario Bros. Movie will not have Charles Martinet play Mario for no reason and cast someone like Chris Pratt. Random internet users just trying to be comedic. Apollo, the gift of prophecy. Freaking Apollo strikes again. Did someone actually call this out? May 21st, 2020. Are you kidding? Oh my god. If this is real from Twitter onto Tumblr, onto Reddit, onto YouTube, let's keep the cycle going, folks. He's a wizard. I had a dream that they changed the material handcuffs were made of to this metallic gold color, and people kept trying to get arrested in Sonic cosplay so they could, quote, get to those rings. And it was the hottest craze on the internet for a solid 2 months, and basically every location in the Western world banned Sonic cosplays, and Sonic ended up being a symbol of anarchist ideology. Sonic! Ooh. Have you considered that this is a premonition? Please don't let it be. Please don't let it be a prophecy. This is not the craze the world needs right now. I'll only support it if all the policemen have to dress up as Dr. Robotnik. Then I'm 100% behind it. Hypocrisy. Big oil companies. You are bad. You ate a meat today? You drove the gas car? Bad peasant, bad. You are destroying the environment. Also big oil companies. Whoopsie, just spilled 3 million barrels of crude oil into a protected coral reef. Oh well, we all make mistakes sometimes. I'm just let that sink in, like the oil does into the ocean from these oil companies making their mistakes. I'm just gonna let that sit there. I don't need to add anything to this. A teleporting cat. It's just a regular house cat, but appears in random places when you could have sworn you just saw it somewhere else. No, that's just a cat. Literally any cat. No, I'm not kidding. When I said earlier on my cat just scared the crap out of me, I went to the toilet, sat down, everything's fine. Then I feel something fuzzy just crawling between my legs. Not fine! How did he get in there? I didn't see him in there. Wasn't in there when I shut the door. How? Anyway, from that scare, I used the toilet in record time. Whew, this is no joke. It really happened in my first responder class today. My EMR instructor. You arrive at a scene with a patient laying on the ground. You check their level of alertness and they appear unconscious. You have already opened their airway with an adjunct and are administering oxygen. What do you do next? Student. Call 911. You are 911. Maybe they need backup, who knows? Heathen. You, an intellectual. 9 plus 7 equals 16. Me with ADHD, if you take 1 from 9 and give it to 7, that's 8 plus 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. Someone, usually a teacher. Not like that, you heathen. Oh, that's actually smart. Like, if you can simplify math down and make it work better for yourself, as long as it continues to work as you, like, scale it up into larger, equations and stuff, I don't see an issue with it. Everyone learns things differently. If it works, it works. And that's all the time we have for today on Kalbus. If you liked the video, consider dropping a like, or maybe even subscribing, or maybe even sharing with a friend and exploring a little bit more of those Tumblrs. If you want to see some more from r/Tumblr, then wait around just a couple more seconds because another one will be popping up on your screen. But on that note, I have been your host Zen, and I hope to see you in the very next video. Have a great rest of your day.